Okay, guys, we've been talking about the Rodney Hinton case. Now, I had did and well, I showed you guys an interview in which his attorney has done an interview and basically is talking about his mental illness because I believe the issue here is people think that this is a made up mental illness and this man has a history. We can't make up history. So he has a documented history of having a mental illness with documented records. He's been taking medication. Okay, so we talked about that. Now what we're going to get into is the actual hearing in front of the judge where they're kind of talking about this. So I'm not a lawyer, but of course what I'm learning is multiple stages when you are, going to say this person is mentally not capable of standing trial. So I believe it's many layers to that. And this is kind of what they're going to talk about in the case, y'all. So let's get into it and kind of see what is going on here.
Rodney Hinton Jr. is set to face a judge today, this time for a pretrial hearing after being accused of crashing his car into Hamilton County Sheriff Deputy Larry Henderson, killing him.
We're here today because Mr. Hinton has been indicted by the grand jury.
He's charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder, 1 count of murder, and 2 counts of felonious assault. But questions remain about his mental competency. We requested and received this Claremont County Sheriff's body camera video showing Hinton with police after the crash that killed Henderson. It includes the time he was released from the hospital and when he was booked into the Claremont County Jail.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Do you have a serious medical or mental health issue that needs immediate attention?
When asked this question, you can see Hinton hesitant, and then he shrugs his shoulders.
Is that a yes or a no?
Hinton's attorney Clyde Bennett told WCPO at a court hearing on May 13th that Hinton was on medication for a mental disorder.
I wouldn't say he's fully competent, but as the days go on, I think he gets more competent every day.
When a hearing is held, Mr. Bennett may have some information, including some mental health history of Mr. Hinton.
Dr. Kenneth Mangus has 50 years of experience as a forensic psychologist assisting trial attorneys with competency hearings. With a high-profile case like this, I asked him, what's the process like to determine a defendant's level of competency?
Or a few questions, even a few hours worth of questions, to determine if he was of rational mind at the time.
Mangus says the expert will assess the defendant's personality and behavior. Hinton is accused of running his car into Henderson after Cincinnati police had shown him and his family body camera video of an officer shooting and killing his son, Ryan.
Having seen his son die via the television coverage that had taken place would have been overwhelming for anyone.
And Hinton's pretrial hearing is set to begin this morning at 11. We will be in the courtroom to bring you the latest. In the control room, Taylor Woods, WC.
Okay, guys, and that's kind of similar to what his attorney said. If you guys watched the last video that I just did, he has a mental illness, and just think about it. Even if, this happened to a regular person who didn't have any sort of a mental illness, just imagine how, their thought process would be, with regards to dealing with this. So if you think about, him and, being a person with, a diagnosed mental illness, I mean, you can kind of understand kind of where I'm going with this. So if a, person with a mental illness, documented, mental illness, he can't, he wasn't able to take, the news of his son and, of his son actually passing away is pretty much what I'm saying here. So with regards to this case, they're kind of like, talking about how, this could actually impact him with, regards to this case. Now, it's still going on. I don't think they have actually ruled it or how they, how they actually going to go about doing it because it's, what I'm learning there is, multiple steps, but it seems like, he is going to be, more than likely, he's going to be ruled, as incompetent. I mean, again, he has the history. It looks like he's had this mental illness for some time. He apparently was on some kind of medication. So it seems like at this point he will maybe get whatever this mental competency hearing is. I believe it is quite the process with regards to how they go about it. But we're gonna like keep y'all updated with it. I'm trying to see if I can find some other information online with regards to it. I don't see anything else. Like I said, the attorney did sit down and do a hearing, and I know she said that it was a longer version of it, but I don't find it online or anything like that. So we'll just keep following it. Like I said, right now they're kind of going through the motions and the steps versus how to proceed. But it really seems like this may work, but I don't really know like how if this would work to his favor, because I've been told that there's various steps with regards to this. I've been told that they can let it like linger and try to rehabilitate the person to see if they can stand trial. But I don't think that is the route that this attorney is going. I believe the attorney is like, no, he is not guilty because he's mentally not there. So I believe that is what this attorney is going for, and not so much of the, okay, he was not in his right mind. We're not going to, try to get him stable because he has a permanent disability, which means he's not guilty for reasons of, he wasn't mentally operating at 100% is what I'm getting is, as y'all heard from the doctor, the guy who said that he actually works with a lot of these cases. He said, listen, if a regular person witnessed this, that would do something to them. So imagine a person who, is not operating at their full capacity. And on top of that, they're on some types of medication. So I'm hoping that it works out. Unfortunately, somebody died, but was it just one person that died? We had an 18-year-old, I'm sorry, I think he was 17-year-old kid that lost his life that never made it to adulthood. So not only did the sheriff lose his life, the kid lost his life. And what did he do? He ran away from the police. He didn't try to harm the police. He was literally trying to get out of the way. So why is it that all we hear is people saying he lost his life? What about that kid that didn't even make it to age 20 that lost his life? So we got two people that lost their lives.